Foreign Yogananda, also known as Paramahansa. Yogananda was an Indian yogi and guru who was instrumental in introducing the ancient teachings of yoga and meditation to the Western world. When you look at the world, it seems that you are engaged with everything that you have no time for God. But every night, He dissolved your body in the subconscious, beyond, and makes you realize that you are not a man, not a woman, but a piece of consciousness, a reflection of His. Consciousness sleeping in space. Enjoy Yogananda was born on January 5th, 1893, or 50, in Gorakhpur, India, and was named Mukunda Lal Ghosh as a child. Yogananda displayed a deep interest in spirituality and spent many hours meditating and contemplating the nature of existence. He was inspired by the stories of the great Indian saints and yogis, and he sought to follow in their footsteps by exploring the depths of his own consciousness. Yogananda was also a gifted student in his academic pursuits. He excelled in his studies and graduated from the Scottish Church College in Calcutta with a degree in mathematics. He was known for his sharp intellect and his ability to synthesize spiritual principles with scientific reasoning. Yogananda's parents were supportive of his spiritual interests, and they encouraged him to study under various spiritual teachers and gurus. He was initiated into the path of Kriya Yoga by his Guru Swami Sari Yukta. Swargiri Yogananda's teachings were based on the ancient spiritual practices of India, including yoga meditation and self-realization. After completing his studies, Yogananda began to travel throughout India, spreading the teachings of Kriya Yoga, and in 1920, he eventually traveled to the United States to participate in the International Congress of Religious Liberals in Boston. During his stay in America, he was amazed at the interest in yoga and spirituality among the American people. This inspired him to establish the Self-Realization Fellowship, SRF, in Los Angeles, California, which became a center for his teachings and the practice of yoga and meditation. I remember one day I was in the movie. That one fascination because I see whole world. As all these, I was in the booth and I saw the operator was reading a novel and I saw this automatic machine was going on and the beam was causing on the screen a terrible horror picture. And I said, Lord, how is it? I have the whole show of the universe in front of me. You are this operator who is thinking of new place and your nature is throwing this beam in the sky and I see the hero and the villain are nothing but pictures. Nobody is killed. Many who are being killed and shot in this victim, but I saw from the book it was the light that had created the villain and the light had created the hero. And the voice said, remember, the villain is created so that you don't become the villain, but that you love the hero. And now you see that there is no villain, no hero. They are both pictures of my being. Yogananda's teachings were well received in the West, and he became a popular figure in the spiritual community. He gained fame for his incredible miracles and supernatural powers, which he demonstrated in public and private. These included levitation, materialization, healing, and the ability to read minds and predict the future. One of his most famous miracles occurred in 1936 when he was invited to speak at the International Congress of Mathematicians in Oslo, Norway. He astounded the audience by demonstrating his ability to stop his heartbeat and enter a state of suspended animation. This was witnessed by several prominent scientists and medical professionals who could not explain how Yogananda was able to achieve this feat, in addition to his spiritual teachings and miracles. Yogananda was a prolific writer and author of several books. including his famous Autobiography of a Yogi. This book remains a classic of spiritual literature and has been translated into more than 30 languages. Yogananda's impact on the Western world has been significant, and he is considered a pioneer of the modern yoga movement. In the United States, he is also credited with popularizing the practice of meditation and introducing the concept of self-realization to Western audiences. Paramhansa Yogananda had a wide following in the United States and around the world. During his lifetime, he taught and inspired many people, including some well-known celebrities and government officials. Some of the most prominent celebrities who followed Yogananda are George Eastman. Eastman, the founder of the Eastman Kodak Company, was a close friend and student of Yogananda. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Inc., was a student of Yogananda's teachings and was known to have read his book, Autobiography of a Yogi. Many times, in fact, Jobs arranged a copy of the book to every person who attended his memorial service after his death in 2011. George Harrison, lead guitarist of the Beatles, received his first copy of Autobiography of a Yogi from Ravi Shankar in 1966. And according to Shankar, that was where his George Harrison's interest in Vedic culture and Indianness began. Elvis Presley, American singer-songwriter and actor Elvis Aaron Presley, needs no introduction. Often referred as the king of rock and roll, had a secret side that was not much exposed to the outer world. He had a passion for the deepest possible understanding of religion and spirituality. One of the books, gifted by his friend Larry, got him introduced to the teachings of Yogananda. And he was very much interested in getting initiated into Kriya Yoga, and thus he went to meet the Yamata, the direct disciple of Yogananda. His impact on the world of spirituality and the modern yoga movement continues to be felt to this day, and his teachings remain a source of inspiration and guidance for people around the world. If you like our content, please show some support by hitting the like button and subscribe to watch our future uploads on the evening of March 7, 1952. Yogananda gave what would be his last public speech at the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles, California. The speech was titled The Resurrection of Sri Yukteswar and was attended by hundreds of people, including many prominent celebrities such as composer Igor Stravinsky and actress Jane Wyman. In his speech, Yogananda spoke about the concept of resurrection and how it related to the teachings of his guru. He also talked about the importance of meditation and spiritual practice for achieving self-realization and enlightenment. Music. Towards the end of his speech, Yogananda began to experience some physical discomfort and paused for a moment to regain his composure. He then said, "I am going to leave you now." These were his last words, and he immediately went into a deep state of meditation. Many people in the audience thought that he had simply fallen into a deep trance and would soon awaken, as he had demonstrated his ability to do so. In the past, however, after several minutes, it became clear that something extraordinary was, upon happening. His death was considered by many to be a divine departure, as he had earlier predicted the exact date and time of his passing. According to witnesses, he appeared to enter a state of deep meditation, and his body showed no signs of decay for more than 20 days after his death. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about this extraordinary life? Take care until next time.